Could taking vitamin D in its active form, calcitriol, help mesothelioma patients live longer and improve their response to chemotherapy? That is what today's video is all about. Hey there, I'm Deborah from SurvivingMesothelioma.com. We have been providing the latest treatment information to mesothelioma patients for almost 20 years. Today, we'll explore how calcitriol might be able to help you if you have mesothelioma. First off, what exactly is calcitriol? It's simply a man-made active form of vitamin D. I carefully analyzed a study from a scientific journal called Frontiers of Endocrinology. It looks like calcitriol could potentially slow down the growth of mesothelioma cells and maybe even make chemotherapy work better. However, we still need human trials to know for sure if this works outside of the lab. I put a link to the study below for you. How might calcitriol help mesothelioma patients? First, calcitriol can make mesothelioma cells hit the brakes. The study found that calcitriol stops mesothelioma cells from dividing and growing in test tubes by blocking the proteins that tell the cells to multiply. It's kind of like just slamming on the brakes and keeping the mesothelioma in check. Second, calcitriol messes with the powerhouses of mesothelioma cells. The study showed that calcitriol disrupts the mitochondria in mesothelioma cells. Mitochondria are like little energy factories. By throwing a wrench in their work, calcitriol makes it harder for mesothelioma cells to survive. Imagine unplugging the power to a factory. That's sort of what calcitriol does to the mesothelioma cells. What really stood out to me was that calcitriol also boosted the power of a common chemo drug called pemetrexed. Together, they put a bigger dent in mesothelioma cell growth than either one does solo. That's exciting stuff. Now, you're probably wondering, what about side effects and risks, right? This particular study didn't find any red flags with calcitriol, but they did point out that getting the dose just right is key. Too much vitamin D can actually be toxic. Scientists need to figure out that sweet spot that is both safe and effective. The researchers also stressed that we need human trials to make sure that these benefits hold up in real patients. Keep in mind this study looked at mesothelioma cells in test tubes, not actual patients. That doesn't mean that the results aren't valuable. They are. But it does mean that we can't assume that it will all work the same way in the human body. There's often a big leap from the lab to then reality. To sum it up, here's what the study does tell us. Calcitriol put the brakes on mesothelioma cell growth. It took out their power plants. It gave chemo a boost. But will we see the same thing in human patients? We just don't know yet. In my opinion, mesothelioma patients deserve studies like this to go to the next level with human trials. It is time to fast-track research that could truly make a difference. So what's the takeaway if you are facing mesothelioma? Well, if it were me, I would absolutely bring up vitamin D and calcitriol with my medical team. Could it be a helpful addition to standard treatments? Might it give chemo a leg up? Those are questions worth asking. The research is early but encouraging. You've got to be your own advocate and see if calcitriol could possibly fit into your personal battle plan. For more info on alternative approaches, head over to survivingmesothelioma.com and read about Paul, the world's longest surviving mesothelioma patient, and how he used alternative therapies. I hope these insights are a useful weapon in your mesothelioma fighting arsenal. Remember, arming yourself with knowledge is empowering. Stay strong, keep forging ahead, and I'll catch you next time.